and welcome back to the Real Positive Girl podcast. Happy Wednesday. My name is Sabrina, and thanks again for joining me for this episode. I hope that you're having a absolutely fantastic day, especially if your day has just started. I hope that you can just get it started off on the right foot, just be happy, be in the right mindset. You know, even if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I hope that you can just flip that mindset, change it around, and just have a good day. But if you're already in the middle of your day and it's pretty sucky, you are not having it at all, I understand. I've been there many times. We all have. And I just encourage you to find at least 5 minutes that you can be by yourself to just regather yourself, to come back to baseline, as I always say, to just just bring it all together and figure out how you can just de-stress and deload for a moment, find some peace, regain your strength to move past all this crap that's in your way and that's bothering you for the day. Maybe even take some time to actually problem solve what's going on so you can move on and be able to solve those problems either that day or the next day. So I just encourage you to keep going, don't give up, ask for help when you need it, and continue on pushing through. And maybe you're like, oh, I can't, I just don't have enough energy, I don't have enough time. I mean, we can all make a little bit extra time if we need it. My husband always says, time is a construct, and I'm just like, I get sick of hearing that. But, people always say they're out of time, when you really can just create more time in your day. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent on that today. We should talk about that in the future. But anyway, I just say that you can find the time to work on whatever is getting in your way. But I would encourage you to at least have some sort of neutral mindset to be able to try your best to enjoy the rest of the day. Don't just throw the whole day away just because a couple bad things happen, because you shouldn't be in that mindset, or else you really won't enjoy anything if even the slightest thing goes wrong. So if you are currently like that, I encourage you to kind of move away from that mindset, because it's not positive and it's not really encouraging to anyone else that is in your life. So anyway, thanks for enjoying that little mini motivational speech. But again, happy Wednesday. And this week we are talking about how to create a meaningful morning routine. And today, Wednesday, we are going to talk about drinking your water. And you will be excited to know that this is going to be a super short episode, because basically what I'm telling you today is just a general reminder of something everyone knows, but I had to put it into this lineup for this week because it is definitely one of the most important things, even though I do not have a lot to say about it. I was like, oh, can I just include it with something else? But it really just needs to stand out on its own, because I find that it is super important. So this is a short episode, guys. So let's just get right to it. So obvious tip, drink your water. And something everyone says, but it's true and necessary. I like to start my day with a big cup of water and try to make it to a gallon by the end of the day. It even just feels like the best thing and the best way to start your day. It helps you to get your digestion going. And that really helps me, because when I wake up in the morning, I have the suckiest, terrible digestive system. I don't really absorb nutrients well. I have all of these issues that my doctor and I are definitely working hard to figure out. And, I'm kind of getting in the way of that plan, because there's definitely some foods I just want to eat, even though I shouldn't be eating them. You understand where I'm coming from. But it's just that it really just helps to get things flowing and get your mind awake and feeling good, and so, I just love having a really big cup of water right when I wake up. I try to keep a water bottle by my bedside so that as soon as I do wake up, I can drink a bunch of that water while I'm washing my face, getting ready in the bathroom, and when I actually leave the bedroom after I get dressed and stuff like that, then I already feel accomplished a little bit for the day, because I already know that I've already done something absolutely amazing for my body, and I've only been awake for probably half an hour. So it's awesome. It's awesome. I love it. And the benefits of drinking water are almost endless, but let me name a few for you that are really important to me and that I enjoy. It improves circulation. It elevates energy and alertness. I definitely feel that. I definitely feel a little bit more alert and awake in the morning when I drink some water. Clears your skin up. Absolutely. I do see a difference in my skin, especially on my face in regards to acne and dark spots and stuff, and dryness, It also prevents headaches, which is something really, really important to me because I suffer from chronic migraines and it is absolutely terrible. And so I definitely do try to get a lot of water in to stay hydrated so that I can just, stay one step ahead of that. Like, that's not the only thing that's going to fix like having a migraine, as you may know if you have migraines, but it's definitely something that can help be preventative about that and just headaches in general. And it assists with your digestive system, as I already mentioned, which is something that is top-notch important to me. And I have personally taken up the challenge of drinking a gallon of water every single day just to make sure I get enough water in. And it has been so helpful. It's definitely a new challenge to me because I decided to actually be dedicated to do this. And at first, I was using these 32-ounce mason jars. And so I would have to fill those up, I believe, 4 times every day. And that was working okay for a while, but then I watched Taylor Woods on YouTube, and she was talking about how she did a challenge of drinking a gallon of water for a whole week, I believe. Or was it a month? No, I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. But I saw that and I was like, oh, but she had ordered one of those big gallon jugs, and it's not as though those gallon jugs that you can carry around are new to me, but I was like, and I didn't, and then, I used to never want one of those because I thought it was cheesy, and like, they're always one of the most silly looking things, but I went on Amazon, I found one that was clear. It still had the markers on it of like it thinks you're starting at 7 a.m. and ending at 9, and my schedule's not necessarily on top of that, but I do like that it has markers because it kind of makes me feel even more accomplished as I get down to hit almost like the markers at the end of the bottle. But anyway, yeah, I bought one of those, and it actually has been so significantly helpful to me to actually getting through all of my water in a day because I have all the water sitting there. So it's not as though like I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm only on my second 32-ounce mason jar. I'm going to need to get 2 more, and I need to remember to do that. And even though in my journal I would like keep track of how many I've had for that day, I would like forget that I need to go refill it, or I found it very helpful for me to have the water just sitting there in a jug ready for me to drink. I just carry it around with me throughout the house. And if I go on long errands, I'll just take it with me in the car and leave it in the car when I go in and out of places. And yeah, I feel like it's been very helpful for me. So if this is your goal that you're interested in, I highly suggest getting that water bottle that fits a whole gallon or at least a half a gallon. I know they have ones that are half a gallon. So then, to make it easier to keep track and have tons of water on hand, and then you only have to fill it up twice, or just get the gallon, fill it up once. You might feel silly. I know they make some that are more expensive that have like cute little handles and stuff like that. I definitely didn't get that. I just wanted to get one that didn't look super crazy but was super affordable, and I think I paid like $15-20 for it. So that was a great thing to do. And I definitely feel a difference when I stay hydrated. I don't get as tired, and it helps me to fill up, so I don't eat as many snacks, which that is super important too. I want to be able to take a few drinks of water before I think I'm going to go looking for snacks or trying to like open a box of candy or, eat some cookies or stuff my face with some chips. Like, it's definitely been really helpful to just be like, do I need a snack? Let's drink some water, wait 5 or 10 minutes, and then see. And if I do, then I actually am really hungry, and that's really helpful for me. And while you're at it, take a look at what you eat for breakfast and throughout the day. Eat whatever is best for you, but I encourage you to add in some whole foods like fruits and veggies. You want to make sure that you're really being attentive to what you're putting in your body. So I am working on this a lot. Like, I feel like I generally eat okay, but I'm trying to watch it even more and also try to figure out what foods are triggering my body to feel like loads of crap. But just in general, because like even tonight, after I ate dinner, I had some candy and I was like, I really wanted it, and I ate it, and then I was like, I probably didn't need that much, and I probably need to reevaluate like what kind of treats I have after dinner, maybe trying to find something that has a good mix of whole foods and protein, but then like a little bit of sweetness here and there. And so I just think it's important to be kind of cognizant what you're putting in your body and how it's affecting you, because maybe you're finding yourself feeling like crap like a few hours later after you eat, and maybe it could be partially the fault of whatever you ate previously in the day. So I just think it's a good, healthy reminder. And I'm sure you know everything you put into your body has an effect on you. If we can do our best to eat well and stay hydrated, it's one of the best things we can do for ourselves. And so, again, just to wrap this all up, as I told you, this was going to be a short episode. I encourage you to add drinking like a few, even if it's just a few sips. I encourage you to drink like 20 ounces of water, like when you wake up. I feel like it would be a good addition to a meaningful morning routine, just to help you wake up, get digestion going, just make you feel good, make you feel awake. And I know people go back and forth between drinking like warm, room temperature water. That's what I meant to say. Room temp water to ice water to just cold water from the tap, or from like a filtration system, whatever it is. I don't really have any opinions on that. I like to drink ice water sometimes. Other times I do like to mix in some warm water with my cold water so that it's more of like room temperature water. I feel like whatever water you want to drink, as long as you're drinking water, is absolutely beneficial to you. So again, drink your water. It will help you a lot. And on that note, thank you so much for coming and listening to the podcast. Again, my name is Sabrina, and this is the Real Positive Girl podcast. I would encourage you to share this podcast with anyone you feel might benefit from it. Maybe not this episode in particular, but, it's still important. It's a good reminder. It's a good reminder just to be like, hey, drink your water. But yeah, so I hope that you come back for tomorrow's episode. We're continuing to talk about creating a meaningful morning routine. And here's a teaser for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about practicing mindfulness. So I think that would be really exciting for you to come back and listen to. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you come back and listen for tomorrow's episode. So until then, I will see you later. Bye.